We want it all. Fame, the fortune, the convoy of cars, a huge house, the perfect family, a thriving career, and beautiful destination vacations. And yet, we have lived through painful experiences, failed, hurt, cried, all in pursuit of success. But what is success? Where is success? How does one become successful? What does it take to become successful? Hi, my name is Alutwa Sentile, and journey with me as we discuss, dissect, and implement success philosophies in pursuit of purpose and success.
Each and every human being on this earth has got inborn success habits. Think of someone anyone. Just think of anyone. Think of the homeless people on the streets. They've got success habits. Think about a friend of yours who really, really loves. When she loves, yay! She really loves. Like when a woman, okay, fine. But yeah, you get the picture. Like, yeah, when a woman loves, she loves real hard. Guys, I can't sing, but okay. So yeah, think of those people. The guy on the street. Imagine if the determination he had to survive, he used to thrive. Think about it. Think about the many times he's been rejected by people when he came to ask for money. And still, he's not crippled by rejection. He still goes back and asks for more money. And someone would argue that they need it to survive. That's why they're not afraid of rejection. And if ever they took that hunger, both literally and figuratively, they took their hunger and they used it to succeed, then they'd definitely be one of the most successful people on this earth. Because that's a success habit. A lot of us are afraid of rejection. I myself am afraid of rejection. I don't want to lie. Sometimes I'm like, no, maybe I'm going to get rejected. No, yeah. And then, yeah, it cripples us. A lot of people know that the fear of rejection cripples you and you end up not doing the things you want. And in order to be successful, you know that you have to be rejected many times and you're going to get a lot of no's, a lot of no's, a lot of no's, a lot of no's. And then at the end, you're going to get a yes. So if you're afraid of rejection, you're not going to go back after the first no. And when you don't get back after the first no, then how are you going to get back to how are you going to get to the yes, the final yes? Guys, I know it's difficult. I was reading a book by Sarah Jakes. She was saying that she also had a fear of rejection, and each and every fear we have to know where it stems from in order for us to cut it out of our lives so that it starts having an effect on our lives. So when you have a fear of rejection, think about where that thing started. Apparently it's linked to a feeling of inadequacy. Maybe you feel like you're not talented. Maybe you feel like you're not up to the task. That's why you're afraid of being rejected. That's why when you're rejected, you're like, okay, it confirms the fact that I'm not worth it. I can't do it. I'm not talented. And that's what you think when you're rejected, right? The guy on the street doesn't care whether first guy, second guy, third guy, second guy. And they actually make a lot more than it takes to survive. So that's a success habit. That's consistency. That's perseverance. So that's a success habit. Your friend who loves, imagine if she took all that passion and dedicated to something that she really, 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 really loves. She would be successful, guys. I think a lot of us have, in fact, everyone has got success habits. It's just that we consume them in a way that is not beneficial to us. It's actually detrimental to us and our growth as human beings. We have to recognize the habits that we have and then connect them to our passions and our purposes so that they can make us successful. Each and every one of you has got success habits. If you wake up at 5 a.m., that's a success habit. Just take that success habit, fuel it with your passion and your purpose, and then you're going to be successful. And there's another myth I wanna what's the word? Hey guys, English is gone because it's not my mother language, but there's another myth I want to squash, if that's the word. There's another myth that hard work pays off, hard work makes you successful. And I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but if ever you are working hard on something that is not your passion and that's not your purpose, you'll find that things are not working. The harder you work, it feels like, yeah, the harder you work, the further away the thing becomes, because you're working against yourself. Yeah. That's the word. Let's say you're working against yourself. You're working against yourself. When you do that, you're working against yourself. You're working against God. You're working against your purpose. That's the reason why your things are not working, because you are not working in alignment with your purpose. Work in alignment with your purpose. Work in alignment with the passion. And then things will start unfolding, and then you get to success. Hard work alone doesn't make you successful. At school they told us hard work. I realized that hard work is important, but work hard on things that are purpose, things that are your passion. Otherwise, you are just working hard to build someone's dream, working hard, and yet you are empty inside. Have you ever worked really, really, really hard, worked really hard? Let's say you worked really hard for an audition, practiced day and night. You get there and they say no, like it's no, and you're like, I worked really hard for this, and then you perceive it as rejection, and then you think you're rejected, and you think it confirms that you do not have the talent. Like I said, people think rejection means that you're not good enough, which doesn't. It means that it is not your thing, it is not your passion, it is not your purpose. In fact, it is not your purpose, it is not what God put you on earth to do. Find out what God has put you on earth to do. Yes, like I said in the first video, find out what you want to change in the world, and then what you like doing, combine those to find your passion. And sometimes you don't always get it right, but you find that once you start, other things are revealed to you on the way. You're like, oh, okay, I thought I loved soccer. No, I don't love soccer anymore. And that's fine. I think as a human being, you won't have one passion. Nah, you won't have one passion. Like, sometimes you're going to have 10. Like, you might serve a purpose for this year. You might serve a purpose for this term. You might serve a purpose for today that you won't serve for tomorrow. You might like something today and not like it tomorrow. And it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect and think, no, I must know. Like, try out things. Try things out, fail, try things out. Eventually, there's going to be one thing that you're really good at, and there's going to be one thing that you excel in. And you find that when you're really in alignment with your purpose and God's purpose for your life, things start to open. I promise you, things start to open. When you're not in alignment with God's purpose, no matter how hard you work, if you have success habits, those success habits are going to perish because you're using them incorrectly. And some people have talents, like the greatest talents on earth, but they're not using them for the right reasons, or have not unlocked ways for those talents to make the money, or those talents to work in their favor. Think of someone like a bank robber. Sorry guys, please don't come for me, ne? Please don't come for me if you do come with the money. But yeah, think of bank robbers. Those people are the most intelligent people in the world. You're like, so much work. Like, this person is smart. I'm sure someone could have been, and I don't know these big words, but these big occupations that deal with science and whatever. And this person thought, you know what? Peace, I'm going to become a bank robber. Like, this person is so talented. Yeah, so I think our job in life is just to align everything that we've been given. Align, yes. Align the success habits that you have. Everyone has got the success habit. Even if you are loyal to going to groove, you are loyal to that. You are good at going to groove. That's a habit. You are loyal. You are consistent. That's a habit. Think of something a habit that you really, really mastered, whether it's waking up in the morning, whether it's studying, whether any habit. And you can also learn habits. Learn new habits. Think of habits that are inborn, right? That you have, you've acquired along the journey. But yeah, think of those habits and align them.